What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm doing a super quick tutorial on how to fix a flat tire, so let's get straight into it. Alright, so as you can see, this hole is pretty large. This is probably the biggest hole I would use patches on. If your hole is any larger than that, I would get a completely new inner tube. They go for about $4 or $5 at your local bike shop. So if you ride BMX, make sure to get a 20-inch tube. And then if you ride another bike, make sure to check what size rim you have and what size tube you can use, which you can typically find on the outside of the tire. Let me find it here. As you can see here, this tire says 20 by 2.4. And so this is a 20-inch tube. And then the width is 2.4. But the first number will be the diameter of the wheel. Now, like I was saying, if your hole is any larger than that, I would get a completely new inner tube. But today, I'm gonna show you guys how to put a tire patch on. And this specifically is a Park Tool patch kit, which is probably the best one on the market. I've used several other patch kits, and some of them don't really work. But let me open it here. I'm trying to do this one hand. Let me open it here and show you. You wanna make sure that the patches have the orange bags. If your patches are all black, that's not the right one. These ones right here are the best patches on the market. They work absolutely great, and it comes with some cement for it and then sandpaper as well. So the first step you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna sand down the area that has the hole. This way, when you use the liquid cement, it dries on and has something to grip onto. Here's the hole. First, we're gonna take the sandpaper and we're just gonna sand around it. You just sand up and roughen up the area around the hole, and then just make sure it's clean. You don't want it to be wet, obviously, so just make sure it's dry and that it's rough. And if you take a close look at that, it's pretty rough. So now it's time to select a patch. And for this particular hole, I'm gonna use the biggest patch in the kit. As you can see, these ones are a little bit smaller, and these ones are kind of medium sized, depending on your hole. But mine is super large. Like I was saying, this is probably the largest hole I would patch, so I'm gonna use the biggest one in the kit. So first, we're gonna start off by taking the liquid cement, opening it. If you haven't opened it, this one isn't open, so puncture it, and then there you go. Now we're just gonna pour it out on top of this. You don't want to use a whole lot. It's all right if you use a little too much, because then you can just wipe it on the ground or something. But you're gonna want to hold it together, just rub this around a bit, and then what I like to do is let it dry for a couple seconds and then put the patch on. Actually, I'm probably gonna have to put a little more on. I think a lot of it went into the hole, but here we go. Put that on, and then while that's like that, I'm gonna get the patch ready. Basically, just peel this. You wanna make sure that the plastic stays on the main surface and that you're peeling off the actual patch. Just like that. So this is all, that's just garbage. And then we're gonna move this around, okay, hold it together, and then we're just gonna put the patch right on top. All right, so I like to keep pressure on it. You can like put your whole foot on it, but just because I'm using a table, I'm just using my fingers. And I usually hold it on there for like 1 to 2 minutes, and then it's usually good. You'll know, you want to make sure that the sides are down securely, and then you want that entire thing to be dry. And now, if you look at it, if you bend it, the sides aren't really coming up, and then you can peel the plastic off. Usually, this is where mistakes happen. You can peel up the orange. As you can see, it's starting to peel up there, but you just want to make sure that's down secure. And then get one side going, and then pull backwards just like this. And now it's solid. Now it's ready to pump up. Now that we've got the patch on the tube, we're gonna put the tube inside the tire. You wanna make sure that there is nothing inside of your tire that could have punctured your tube in the first place. So what I like to do is just rub my fingers up inside the tire to feel for anything sharp or loose that might be in there. And in this case, there's nothing. And with a hole that size, that usually means that your rim punctured it. So it was probably low tire pressure in my case. So one thing that you really want to be aware of is the tire pressure you're running. If you're consistently getting flats, it could be because you're riding low tire pressure, or you have a spoke sticking through. When you take your tire off, you want to make sure that there's nothing sticking through the rim strips, or you might even want to take the rim strip off and make sure there aren't any spokes that are high up, because those could also be puncturing your wheel. So we're gonna pump this up and get the whole wheel put back together and then get back to riding. That's the only way you make that kick that over.
This frame feels amazing.
Now it's ready to pump up. It literally just started raining as I finish this. Unfortunately, I won't be riding after this, but I hope this video helped you guys. For those of you who are trying to figure out how to fix your flat tire on your bike, now you guys can go home, fix it yourselves. And just another tip, these Park Tool tire patches, they're only like $3 to $5 depending on where you get them. So they're super cheap, affordable, and if you guys get flat slot, it's an awesome thing to have around. It's super useful and handy because you never know when you're gonna get a flat. So I hope this video helped you guys out, and if it did, make sure to hit that like button, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and check out some of my other riding videos. Peace.